something about like you can have gabapentin and drink. You can't. My doctor said yes, but you
can't.
Well, I take a lot of that I shouldn't drink on, and I do it anyway. We saw that. We lived it. Yeah. If you have like a stricture in your esophagus, all you do is chew your food more.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Why am I having a doctor's appointment right now? Do you need my health insurance card?
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we will talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and yeah, it's another great episode. The girls are doing good. I feel like there's some kind of unjust that's going on with some of the ladies and new. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
All right, so we open up the video basically with, you know, Kyle. She's over here with her therapist talking about everything that's going on with her marriage thus far. And you could definitely tell that she is questioning, you know, wanting to be with Mo. The ladies basically, you know, been attacking her marriage this whole time. And on top of that, the situation with her sister.
How could you say those things? Kyle, how could you say those things, Kyle? But what came out of that is that we're not speaking again.
She said that her sisters, the fallout with her two sisters basically caused all this going on. My whole thing is, with Kyle, I feel like she's putting too much worth in her relationship with her sisters. And my whole thing is like, because she says like, well, you know, blood's thicker than water or something like that. And I'm just like, girl, regardless of the fact, if they're not treating you how you want to be treated, cut them off. Like, your mental health and how you feel about yourself and your family life and your unit is more important than anything else, right?
Since blood, you have to do that. You have to stick with it. And I'm like, but...
No, that's all right, but let's just speak to that. There's no obligatory relationships, and if it ain't healthy, it ain't healthy, period.
So I feel like Kyle, she wants to keep her family unit with her sisters because, mind you, it's been going on and off for years. And anybody got time. Like, at the end of the day, if you're not treating me the way I want to be treated, then goodbye. And we see how Kathy is very much like, she's the oldest, so she wants stuff to go her way. And I get that where older siblings, they, you know, seeing you from baby to now adulthood. Now I feel like sometimes older siblings can not really be comfortable with you, you know, having your own thoughts, you questioning them, you know, pushing back on their thoughts. So it's just one of those things where I just feel like Kathy, do I feel like Kathy be tearing them up? I do. I do. Right. Okay, so, you know, Garcelle, she goes out with her kids, and it's a really cute moment. You know, I love seeing Garcelle with her kids and just how their whole family unit. And, you know, I think she goes out with her is it, I don't know if it's Jade or Jaden, I don't know which one it was, but she goes out with his girlfriend, and he puppy love. They so in love. He will over here run to the other side of the country for this little girl. And at this point, it's just like, what can Garcelle do? They're like 15, 16. It's like, we all went through it when we were younger, so it's just like, I mean, she's just gonna have to just let it be and let it rock. It's interesting to see, but, you know, let it rock. So Sutton is celebrating her 4-year anniversary of having her store open, self-named Sutton, and she's very proud. She invited all the ladies.
Hi. Hello, you look so pretty. Thank you. Hi, congratulations. Hi, Dolce & Gabbana.
And, you know, Kyle actually invites her sister Kim. They're back on good terms. You know, she been in the house coloring on the wall, so she's like, girl, let's get you out the house, girl. Let's mingle, right? So, you know, we see all the ladies, they start arriving. Everything is really cute. Shout out to Sutton for all her accomplishments and everything she's doing, because, you know, even Garcelle was like, when I first met Sutton, she said she hadn't worked in 17 years. And I'm just like, I ain't got nothing in common with this bitch. Now, we cool. We like this, right? So Kyle brings Kim in, and the way they went inside, I was just like, what the hell's going on? Because they over here doing circles, they spin in there. I'm like, okay. But, you know, Kyle and Kim go see Sutton, and she's like, oh my God, how are you doing? Hug, hug, hug. It's very awkward. And my whole thing with Sutton is, I think Kim predates Sutton. So, I mean, there should be, you know, we probably saw each other in passing, whatever. But I don't think there should be any bad blood or anything. But I definitely feel like Sutton was looking at her like up and down, if that makes sense, right? And I don't really see why. We all know Kim is a little kooky. But, I mean, Kim will still be legendary for the way she cleared that table. Oh, had Kyle running. Out of answer there.
I'm good. I've been busy. Huh? Busy. I'm sure. Working. How are you? Hey. How are you? Congrats. Hi, how are you?
But, you know, they basically talk about the whole situation because Sutton was like, she's trying to get a drink. She's like, oh, let me not drink too much. You know, I don't want to upset mother and get permission. So Kyle was just like, okay, you know, there's some obvious tension. And Kim's just like, yeah, you know, obviously there's something there. So maybe y'all should talk. So Kyle and, you know, Sutton talked to just basically like, you know, you said some hurtful things about me. I said some hurtful things about you. You know, I didn't want to allude to the fact that you're an alcoholic. What I was saying is like, you know, maybe you had one drink, maybe you had 5 drinks. I don't know. Your behavior was off. And she told, you know, Sutton like also like, you also said the sister comment and that cut deep. And Sutton was like, you know, I can admit that I did go low and that wasn't what I wanted to do, but I did do that, so I apologize on that. Kyle apologized right away, and Sutton's like, you know, I'm a very forgiving person, and this is what I mean when it's like the girls go to war, but they can still apologize. And
Say you have a problem. I just said I didn't know you were acting off because you had 1 or 5. I didn't know, but I didn't say you have a problem. Okay, something very different.
just make amends and keep it going. Potomac does not do that. Potomac, they get mad and they want to not speak. It's like these shows, like we need that constant keep going, right? So we see, you know, the girls are basically talking, mingling, having a good time. Anne-Marie, you know, she shows up, the girl. I like Anne-Marie, and I feel like a lot of people on social media are giving her a hard time, especially at the end of the episode when she went up against Sutton, but we're gonna get to it. So, you know, Crystal's there, you know, being very much, you know, demure, really mute. Dorit comes over and joins the conversation, and Sutton basically tells her, like, you know, at the end of the day, when you spoke about me drinking, I did not like that, because at the end of the day, you sat up here and tried to make it seem like I was over here an alcoholic.
It's totally untrue. From me? Crystal told me. I need to get this right. Crystal is saying that I am telling everyone in the group.
And Dorit was like, wait. When did I say that? I did not say that. Like, so she basically tried to run over to Crystal and try to check her. But before then, Garcelle is Crystal, and I think Garcelle, Anne-Marie, Crystal, and Erica are sitting down, right? And Garcelle's basically giving Erica her tens, like, you know, I'm so proud of the way that, you know, well, she said, I'm so surprised on the way that you handled yourself with Denise, because, you know, it was a lot. And Erica was like, yeah, Denise was very off. I don't know what's going on with her, but obviously something was just off with her. And Garcelle was just like, look, you know, maybe she was nervous, maybe this and the third, we don't really know. So we see Dorit happen to come over, and Dorit was like, Crystal, when did I ever tell you that Sutton was a drunk, And I'm just like, Dorit, the way that you're getting mad, I get it, you want to get mad, but bitch, you did say all that you said, and they played the flashback.
Crystal, Kyle, and I were at Kyle's house. I would not be surprised if she pours a little vodka in her coffee in the morning.
You was over here tearing her up, talking about, oh yeah, you know, she probably drinking vodka in her coffee. Y'all are alluding to the fact that she's an alcoholic and alluding that she has a problem. That's what you were doing. So when you try to sit up here and make it seem like you just so innocent, girl, bye. I cannot. So she's over here telling, Crystal's explaining, like, look, what I said was you and Kyle were, you know, talking about her, blah, 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 blah. This is what it was, right? So now Dorit's going on this diatribe. Alyssa thinks, she's like, well, you know, I did this and I did that, but you know, it really wasn't like that, but you know, I did say this, but you know, I really didn't say that, but I thought you were trying to make it. I'm like, girl, at some point, we don't care. And like Crystal said, girl, I'm bored.
Like to drink. She's a drinker. I'm a Southern woman. We have a drink. Blah, blah, blah. I'm bored.
I'm like, yes, you know, because at this point, what are we talking about, right? But all the girls, they rejoin and they sitting down, and you know, they're having a conversation about how, you know, Sutton didn't feel like, you know, what she said was, you know, respectful, this and the third. She didn't like what she said. And Crystal was like, look, what I told everyone is that, you know, Sutton, I told everyone that Kyle and Dorit basically said this about Sutton. Boom. So it gets on the whole esophagus situation, because she's like, you know, I have a small esophagus, I have a small pathway, and you know, this just is what it is. So Anne-Marie's like, okay, so I'm confused, because you know, you're taking medicine, you have a small esophagus, so are you working on it? She's like, no.
Yeah, but you can't. My doctor said yes, but you can't. Well, my doctor said I can't. I mean, you can.
She's okay, so you're not gonna get work on it, but you know, I'm not saying you're not eating, but you have a small esophagus. And she was like, well, you know, my brother got surgery, but I didn't get surgery, but you know, it is what it is. And the son's like, whoa. Girl, why I feel like I'm at a doctor's appointment? She's like, well, you know, I'm not trying to like pry, but I'm just asking the question because it sounds very strange. She's like, okay, should I give you my medical card? Because girl, like, you're really asking me questions about my personal business.
Why am I having a doctor's appointment right now? I think Sutton needs a little work here, and I brought my marker. You need my health insurance card?
So I looked online and everybody's like, oh, I don't like the fact that Anne-Marie's talking about her medical business. Well, my whole thing is, if Sutton brought it up, it's fair game. Sutton brought up about her foot. She brought up about her little esophagus. Erica talked about Sutton needing to do more blowjobs so she can open that airway up and really, you know, gag it. So I just found it funny where everybody's like, oh, I can't believe she's bringing up her medical situation. No. Because I'm watching the playback and I'm just thinking real quick. Okay, so two things can be right at the same time. I do feel like Anne-Marie did what she was supposed to do. As someone in the healthcare field, if you have expertise, speak on it. This is what NECA should have done when the legal thing came out. As an attorney or lawyer, she should have spoke on it. We're on a show where you voice your opinion. So I get that she's over here, you know, voicing her opinion. And I'm like, you know, do what you got to do, Anne-Marie. But on the contrary, I'm thinking about it. If I was Sutton, I would have told Anne-Marie, I'm like, look, I understand that this is your area of expertise, but to my recollection, you're a nurse, so play your position. You're not my doctor. You don't prescribe, nor do you tell me what I can do. So do what you do, and let me do what my doctor told me to do, and mind your business. So I feel like Sutton really could have gathered her, but you know, to each his own. But I do see both sides, because I do feel like, you know, Sutton had a right to defend herself, but I do feel like Anne-Marie was the perfect person to speak on it. If it sounded fishy, speak. Sutton brought it up. Anne-Marie's responding to what Sutton said. I don't see where the confusion's coming in at. Now, do I feel like Anne-Marie is beating a dead horse and not letting the mouse go? Yeah, like at this point she said what she said. We get it.
If you have like a stricture in your esophagus, all you do is chew your food more. If you really have a problem, you go get treatment for that.
But I feel like with Anne-Marie, we had to give her credit where she's trying to secure the diamond, which she obviously she did, and she did what she got to do. So I'm not mad at it. You see Crystal looking at Anne-Marie like, I'm like, what's going on there? Something, very much something is there. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen between these two girls, because, you know, Crystal has been really far in the background. Literally could have been a friend of the show. So I'm just like, what's going on? But y'all, I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black View. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let it God stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This Sour Candy all I really ask you for.